Yo, this your boy Mark, the sports guard, and we gotta talk about the top 3 running backs in the 2017 NFL draft. First off, we got the big homie Leonard Fournette. Then we got that boy straight out of Florida, Dalvin Cook. And we got the cool, smooth, laid-back Christian McCaffrey. Gotta talk about that boy number 7 first, Mr. Leonard Fournette, straight out of the boot state, Louisiana, and he stayed and played his college career in Louisiana at LSU. That's mad respect, because I know there's a lot of pressure on him to stay home, because a lot of guys leave home. But anyway, fuck all that. The question is, will Leonard Fournette be the number 1 running back off the boards this year in this draft? And me personally, I believe so, because that guy is a beast. But a lot of people saying it's iffy, it's a toss-up because of the ankle injury. But I'm like, fuck all that. Look what this man has done. I actually got a chance to see Leonard Fournette play in Death Valley, man. It was a few years back. I think they was playing Auburn or whatever. And this dude literally ran over the whole team, man. It was crazy. But, you know, Death Valley, that shit was crazy. The atmosphere was crazy. The vibe was crazy. I really had a great time. I enjoyed it. Death Valley is a place that you need to go check out some college football at. But anyways, man, my dog went to the combine. You know, his vertical was like 28, and then like his 40 time was like 4.5, something like that. And I'm cool with that, because this is a big guy. That's fast, though, you know what I'm saying? Fast for this guy of his size moving like that. And they compared him to like Bo Jackson while he was at the combine. I thought that was kind of steep, but when I look at him like, you know, AP, besides all the crazy juke moves or whatever. But we know them boys will lower that shoulder pad and run your ass the fuck over. It's football. I love the contact, man. Let them shoulder pads pop, man. And that's what I like about Leonard Fournette. We all know what this man can do on the field. We seen him do it for 3 years, even though last year, you know, he was hurt. He didn't play as many games. But you got to think about it. As a freshman, over 1,000 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? As a sophomore, over 1,000 yards. Damn near 2,000 yards rushing. And, you know, he didn't play that much last year, like 7 games, so he still almost had 1,000 yard rushing. But you know, his sophomore year, that shit was just crazy. You know, almost 2,000 yards, 22 rushing touchdowns, and you know, averaging like 6.5 yards a carry. Come on, man, that's beast mode. And then you got to think about it. What a lot of people fail to realize, you got to give that man a lot of credit. He playing in one of the toughest conferences that you could play in. I'm an SEC guy. I love the SEC. So when you doing that shit with the SEC with some of the top dogs, that will make you a man. The SEC make you a man. And when you doing that shit against them, you got to give your hat. You got to tip your hat off to that shit. And that's why I feel like he should be the number 1 running back off the board this year, man. This dude did unbelievable things, you know what I'm saying? One of the great college football running backs in the last couple of years. And you got to show mad respect for that. And I feel like if you were NFL coach or whatever, whoever make the decision on whoever they draft, and if you pass up on him with not being the first running back, yeah, you taking the L with that one. You're going to take an L. But I'm looking at him in like the top 10, maybe the top 15. I would love to have him in Carolina. I'm a Carolina fan. I would love to have it there. Well, I love to have him and, you know, maybe Dalvin Cook too. But Leonard Fournette should be the number 1 running back off the board this year. Point blank, period. Next, we got Mr. Florida State himself, man. That boy Dalvin Cook, man. He should be the 2nd running back coming off the boards. But if he becomes number 1, I'm not mad at that at all, because the dude is a beast. Straight out of Florida, man. He's another one that stayed in his home state, but he's from Miami, but he did not play with Miami. He went to Florida State. But at first, he supposed to went to Florida. He supposed to been a Gator. But hey, he changed it up. He went to Florida State, which was a good decision for him. I know the Florida fans probably upset, like, dang, he should have came with us. We would love to have him. But he went to Florida State, and he did his thing, like, in the past 30 years. So I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on this, but, like, the past 30 years, he was the first running back in their first season to break, like, the 1,000-yard mark. Mad respect. That just shows you what this man is capable of doing. And he did it for 3 years. All these boys coming out as juniors at his running back position. And I got mad respect for Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is a class act, and I love that about him. He went to the draft. He did his thing. I think they compared him to, like, Edgerrin James. I wouldn't say that. Who can I compare Dalvin Cook to? I don't know. But he's nice. He's elusive. He's fast. I think he ran like a 4.4. You know, he hit 220 like 22 times. It's pretty good, man, from a guy. He's like 210, you know, like 5'10", 5'11", something like that. That's great, you know what I'm saying? I got mad respect for him. He's a loser. He's quick out the backfield. I compare him to, like, let me see, like Jamal Charles. He's pretty quick. And he's deadly out the backfield, as a receiver out the backfield. I got mad respect for that. And he played in the ACC, which is another conference that I got a lot of respect for. And Dalvin Cook, he did his thing there. And I can't knock him. I say that he should be number 2 coming out the boards because, Leonard Fournette just did some unbelievable things down there at LSU. But this is not about Leonard Fournette right now. It's about Dalvin Cook. All right, so when he came in as a freshman, he hit the 1,000-yard. He passed it. He barely hit it, but he got over the hump. And then his sophomore year, he ran for like 16. So he got better every year. He almost ran for like 17. And then his junior year, if I'm not mistaken, it was almost like 1,800. So he got better every year, you know what I'm saying? I know his freshman year, he's 8 rushing touchdowns. I know his sophomore and junior year, it was like 19 rushing touchdowns. But I know his sophomore year, this man was averaging like 7.4, 7.5 a pop, you know what I'm saying? This nigga was damn near getting first downs every time he touched the ball, and that's crazy. He should be number 2, man. And if he go number 1, I'm perfectly fine with that. This man is a loser. He's quick. Florida State been dishing out some good work lately. This is like Deontay Freeman. He went to the Falcons and he did his thing. And I feel like that Dalvin Cook could come with whoever he plays with. He could do the same thing. Like he's a best kept secret type guy, and I got mad respect for that. And if you pass up on him, with him being the second running back coming out the board, I'm going to say you just playing up stupid. And I feel like he could fit in a lot of different schemes. You could use him in a lot of different areas. And he's quick. So don't really expect for just be a pound game running back because he can give it to you from every angle. And that's what you need in this league. This speed kills. And that good 4.4, he was almost like a 4.5, but hey, I can work with that. But anyways, man, I wish Dalvin Cook the best of luck out there on that field. I know he'll be a great running back in the NFL. He will have a great career. I got to talk about that boy Christian McCaffrey next, man. All right, so he's my number 3 running back on my list. He should be the number 3 running back that come off the board. But I think that when you draft him, you should put him in a slot. He'll be a great special teams guy. Punt return, kick return. I can see that. I feel like what he's going to bring to the league is in a slot position. If he end up going to somewhere like the Patriots, he's going to be a star. Tom Brady is going to make this man a star if he go to the Patriots because they're going to put him in the slot. They're not going to use him for a running back. And I feel like whoever draft, they should use him as a slot receiver because he's elusive. I see him as a perfect slot receiver in the league. Don't get me wrong. He was a great running back at Stanford. Don't get me wrong. He was a great running back at Stanford. He was elusive. He had great numbers. He did everything that he's supposed to do as a running back and as on special team also. But in today's NFL world, we don't see white running backs. There's like stars. You'll see them from time to time. Not saying that he can't be a star at the running back position, but I just don't see it happening because I feel like when they draft him, they're going to put him in a slot. He's going to play a very, very special role in the slot and on special team. But don't get me wrong, at Stanford, he put up amazing numbers, like especially his sophomore year and his junior year. His sophomore year, this man ran for over 2,000 yards. You can't beat that. But this is my thing with that. Don't get me wrong, I like the Pac-12. But you cannot compare the Pac-12 to the SECs and the ACCs. And I'm not trying to discredit Christian at all. I love him. The dude, he's elusive. I love him. He did everything that he's supposed to do. He ran the ball. He's pretty quick. I think he ran like a 4.4 at the combine. He jumped pretty nice. I think it was like a 37 or 38 vertical, somewhere in there. I'm not sure. But he did everything that he's supposed to do at Stanford. And I got mad respect for that. He was a great running back. And he could prove me wrong. If somebody take him and make him a running back on the NFL level, and he proves that he's a great running back, I won't be shocked. But I feel like they will use him in the slot as a slot receiver. That's why I see him. I see him like a Wes Welker type, I see like he's one of those players that if he go to the Patriots, that Tom Brady will use this man. Because out the backfield when he was at Stanford, when he caught the ball out the backfield, he was dangerous. And to be honest, I never seen like, I hate to say like a white guy, but I never seen one move like that. Especially playing running back. This guy did everything that he's supposed to do, what he's supposed to do, and I got mad respect for that. But in the NFL, he is my third running back coming off the boards now. So don't get me wrong. If he get drafted to play a running back, I would like to see him playing running back. But I feel like whoever get him, they gonna move him to that slot, and I think he'll be perfectly fine with it. But I feel deep down inside he want to play running back. But it's gonna be pretty hard playing running back because I think he bench pressed like 220 10 times, and yeah. But his numbers, everything else, his drills and everything, it blew that out the water. So that's not really a big thing. But to me, you got to have some type of strength playing in the NFL level, coming out that backfield with these big-ass linebackers and linemen getting hold to you. But he's quick enough to avoid or whatever. But we're going to see where that goes. And like I said, I got him as my number 3 running back on the boards. And if you don't have him in your top 3 as a running back coming in his draft, like, you're tripping. This dude really deserves it. He played his ass off. But, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Pac-12. And I don't know, the Pac-12, maybe I sleep on the Pac-12 because I really didn't see no real defensive threats over there. Not knocking him because, hey, if you can't stop me, I'm going to do what I got to do. But anyways, man, that's all I got to say about that. These are my top 3 running backs coming out the boards, man. I got Leonard Fournette coming number 1. I got Dalvin Cook number 2. And I got Christian McCaffrey coming number 3. And I don't know, maybe my number 1s and number 2 may get twist up, maybe Dalvin Cook go number 1. But I see Christian McCaffrey being in the league way longer than those boys. They move him to the slot. I see him being in the league for a long time, being a great slot receiver. Maybe, But it's just my opinions, man. Yeah, I'm out of here, man. It's your boy Mark, the Sports Guard. Subscribe, like the videos. I'm going to keep videos coming every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. Yo, yo, yo.